So, how you doing, Lenny? What's
I'm
going
good.
on?
How are you?
Let's make small talk. You know,
Happy
Mm,
Friday.
happy
We
Friday
made
to
it
you
through the
too.
week.
Yes,
Hey, that's a long one.
yeah,
Okay. All right. So, you ready?
yes, I'm ready.
Welcome to today's episode of Uncomfortable Truths Podcast. My name is Lindsay,
I'm the more voister.
and we're going to do the usual argue.
Let's combo.
Yes. Yeah. Let's combo. That's the better way of putting it. So, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
Life is beautiful.
It's hot.
Yes, very hot.
Yeah. It's a little hellish outside.
Got my little shorts on.
Your shorts. Okay. Good. All right. So, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you feel about women proposing to men?
I think that's cool.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because women got no G, so they got no pickup lines and nothing like that. So,
Wait, what?
so for them to propose, it take a lot of courage.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you mean? Wait, can you go back to the pickup lines?
When a woman try to hit on a man,
Uh-huh.
it always come out bad.
Okay. Well, what have they said to you? Because first of all, pickup lines are like so 90s sitcom-ish.
Nah, not say pickup lines.
Mhm.
I mean any kind of G period. They
Okay.
would come up to you and they may say something dumb like, you want to buy me a drink? Like, if I wanted to buy you a drink, I would have walked up to you
That's
and
more
asked
of a
you to buy you a drink.
request.
You know?
Okay, I thought you were talking about, are your feet tired because you're running through my mind all day. Like,
No.
nobody said that to
No.
you. Okay, all right, got you. Or, what are you doing here? Did heaven drop you? Something like that.
No.
Yeah, because y'all come up with that stupid stuff. But so you feel that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you wouldn't mind being proposed to?
No.
Oh, well, there goes that.
Like, you thought I was arguing with you?
Yeah, so for sure. I thought you're gonna call it all types of masculine. I mean, I'm not saying this is my thing. I definitely wouldn't be doing it. I don't know how I feel about women doing it, but it's like, okay, it's kind of like people who say they like pickles ice cream. Okay.
Do you ask guys on dates or women on dates?
No, I don't. No, I'm trying to think. One time I was leaving a job and he wasn't a manager. He had just gotten there. Like, he wasn't anybody that I really reported to. I think I was quitting at the time. Yep, I was quitting. So he was cool. So I asked him, I was like, hey, do you want to go like grab a drink or something like that? And he said, okay. But I have this thing where before you confirm, I'm not leaving my house. So I hit him up and he never confirmed. And then I found out that he actually started dating this white girl that I worked at the same place with. So I was like, oh, okay, well, got that. But then I heard from one of the guys that I worked with that he was, what did he say? He said what happened was he got drunk. The guy got drunk the night before, and he just didn't say anything next morning, like he was hungover. And I was just like, well, that was a bit inconsiderate. But I wasn't too mad because I'm like, thank God I didn't leave the house. It was wintertime too. I'd have been pissed. But that's fine. So I did it one time. I'm not opposed to doing it again. I don't think everybody's inconsiderate like that, but I mean, it's fine to ask somebody to go out. I don't think I know some guys would find that weird, but if that's weird, then that's just you're not for me.
Yeah, girls don't usually ask me out either. If they do, it comes off bad, how they approach me and stuff like that. And usually, like, when they do that, I just turn them down. Like, so most women I turn down is women that approach me, and I don't know how they did it.
So wait, all right, so give me a scenario. Give me the example of what happened, or like the explanation of what happened. She came up and said,
all right, so
you got a fatty?
A girl asked me for a number once. So I'm like, okay, cool, I gave her my number. When she called me, all she did was talk about her boyfriend. And one girl, she was very on me, and I asked her, I didn't ask her to do the podcast, and she denied it, but after that, she just kept coming on to me, and I had to keep turning her down, and I turned her down because her attitude. So she'll walk in the room and be like, what up, gang? So I'm like, nah, I don't want you, but she's very on me, very flirtatious with me. Yeah. She's like, what up, gang? Yeah.
Okay.
Or the whole day she was speaking like Irish or something like that.
Wait, what?
She would pretend like she had an Irish accent for the whole day.
Oh, so she seemed awkward. She seems like she was awkward.
Some girls sit there and stare, and I'd be like, I see you staring at me.
Yeah, y'all do that weird stuff too. I'm not gonna lie. It's uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yes, it's very uncomfortable.
Mhm.
It's very uncomfortable.
Like, okay, do I need to run? So, okay, got it. All right, well, people are weird. People are awkward. Sometimes people don't know what to say. And that's exactly why I do not believe in pickup lines. Literally just come up to me and say hi. Like, be normal. It's okay. Be normal. I don't need you to say anything special. You don't got to give me a pickup line. You don't have to sound like snappy or, it's just hi, how are you? I think you're attractive and I'd like to talk to you or take you on a date or take you for coffee or something like that. That's safe. And I feel like it goes both ways. Like, hi, I thought you were attractive. Are you in a relationship? Because that's the first thing you ask. And then people overcomplicate it.
But those just like basically like me being picky. This is the worst one of a girl coming on to me ever.
Gonna be.
All right. So I was working at this crepe place. I was probably working there for like a month. It was a LGBTQI plus LGBTQI plus community crepe place. The owner, so everybody's there was one of them, part of the community. So so it was a manager. This is my first day meeting her. I was there a month already. I got she was on vacation. She comes in. This lady was mean to me the whole entire day. Straight up mean. Like telling me like, I tell you when to sweep. I tell you when to do this. This is how she was talking to me. I'm like, cool, this and that. Like, it's only like, I deal with this, like, whatever. I get to go home soon, like, whatever. Now it's nighttime. It's her, me, and another person. The other girl goes upstairs. Now it's just me and her alone downstairs. I was a dishwasher. The dish section was in like the corner, the counter. So she comes in that corner, put her hands up on the wall, blocks me in, and says, "Are you single? You got kids?" So asking me mad questions. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I ducks under her arm and dips, grab my stuff, and run out the building. Cause
wait, whoa, run out the building.
I ran out the building because this lady look worse than Mama Jean. What Mama Jean, Honey Boo Boo Mama? Oh, she looked worse than her. Like so.
Thought she was gonna hurt you.
Not like this girl. She had a square butt. Like she was obese. She was hideous. That's why I got a question on here. Like, would you date an ugly person? Because this person was ugly, like straight up ugly. God. She trapped me in the corner and tried to like hit on me. Ducked on her arm, grabbed my stuff. I ran out the building. As I'm walking to the train, I'm texting the manager like, "Yo, you get your camera. Homegirl, just like there's some for Daisy, some real funny stuff like that. Oh, I seen it. I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna talk to her. This and that. So then the next day comes. She's like, "Yeah, I talked to her, and it would never happen again." But I still had like 4 shifts with her, and she's the manager. I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." So I quit. That's the worst. Okay. Worst time ever girl ever tried to hit on me.
That was a little sexual harassment-y.
Yes.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
I'm sorry it happened to me too.
Yeah. Welcome to the female club. Just saying. Not that I don't empathize, but yeah, it's rough out here in these streets. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So you surprised me with your answer. So what's your question?
Let's do the ugly one. Like,
right. That is I guess a good segue.
Yes. Would you date an ugly person?
I wouldn't date someone that I'm not attracted to.
Well, you attracted to him, but you ugly. Like,
but you wait. How are you attracted to ugly people?
Society standards of ugly.
Okay, societal standards. So all right. So give me an example, because that even that varies.
I can't really give you an example. Like,
all right. So we're talking bad teeth. Are we talking looks like they don't shower? Are we talking looks unkept? Like
just features, like not attractive features. Like most people won't approach. Most women won't mess with him unless he got some money. No,
see, that has nothing to do with looks.
Right. You would watch the TV show 101?
Yeah.
Like the one that played Flex Washington friend.
His friend.
Yeah. Would you date him?
No, he's my height. So I think he's actually shorter than me. But I didn't think he was ugly. Okay, maybe I should set this up. To me, ugly is a lot. And what I mean by that is there are people who are like beautiful, and then there's people who are cool. Like I wouldn't look twice. And then there's people who are just like, I would look twice because it was that bad. Right? That's ugly to me. Okay. So I feel like most people don't fall within the damn. Like when you gotta do a double take. Like that's really what I saw. So no, I would not date somebody where I'm just like, damn. like Kevin Hart when Don Cheadle said his age. If you invoke that kind of response, then that probably won't work. But there's some people out there that are just cool, but personality can take you over. And there's some people out there that are like look amazing, and their personality will take them down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's fine as long as I'm attracted to you. That's really all that matters. Yeah.
No, I would never date an ugly person. I never did. I never will. I had to, like I said, I had dated people that's probably society wouldn't mess with.
So then that means then by your standards, that's an ugly person.
No, but like, yeah, but like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right?
Okay.
I took a girl to a strip club, right?
Okay.
All right. This girl, like, she had a 2024, no, it was a 2023 car because it was last year. Her car was 2023. So up to date car, like she was like 5'2", 5'1". So my type. But she looked like the mother from Raising Kanan. You watch Raising Kanan?
No.
Yeah. So look at a picture of Rock. That's what she looked like.
All right.
You want to look it up now?
I got you right now. R-O-C-K or R-O-C?
Oh, put Raising Kanan and look at the characters. I think her name Rock Cal on the show.
Okay, and you're saying she's unattractive?
I'm saying she got her angles, basically. Her angles.
Okay.
And so I went to the strip club with this girl, and I'm having fun, stuff such a. She go to the car, so now she at the car, and now I'm with the strippers, doing stuff with them, and they like, I would like to, do something like a threesome or something like that. I'm like, cool. They like, but not with her. like you got any other girls other than her? Like they like, why you with her? I said she got a nice car, and that was my answer. And that's how that conversation went.
Okay. Well, yeah. So definitely don't. You should always date someone that you're attracted to, because that's not fair to either one of you. If you're dating someone for their car, and you'd rather not.
What is this car? It was the height. It was the height of her size, the way she was shaped, and probably the best sex I ever had. So she get points. She get points.
All right. So. All right, next thing. What are we gonna do next? All right, so if women can alter their bodies, can men get? Okay, you just went right there for it. Can get a penis implant or male version of a BBL. I don't know what that would be. That sounds weird.
What Drake got. That's why you be saying BBL drizzy.
Sorry, that made me giggle. So can women? All right. So sorry, I can't take this seriously. Okay. If women can alter their bodies, can men do the same thing? For example, a penis implant. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. It depends on the person who's messing with you.
Are you messing with somebody with a penis implant?
Well, here's the thing. Medically, that's a thing. Like, that's not even just. Are you talking about? Because there are some people that do need implants. So, are you talking about the medical need, or are you talking about some version of it where it's just like, oh, I just want it to look different?
I want to be larger, so they put a rod in it. Yeah.
Oh God! Ow. Sorry, you said rod, and I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it never gets soft.
Wait, what? No, that's first of all, that's weird. It medically, it has to. No, I mean, no, that's uncomfortable. But also, the equivalent is not a BBL. When women are getting plastic surgery, they're not getting fake vaginas put on, or vaginas that. Never mind, I'm not going to keep going. But
certain people are they do that.
Getting fake vaginas.
What
are you talking about?
Transgenders. They get their vagina.
We're talking about I'm talking about someone like me going to get plastic surgery to get a new vagina. What does that even look like? That's not even a thing.
It got what is called vagina regeneration.
That's not what that is.
That's not what that is.
No.
I thought they rejuvenated and make it tight again.
Well, to an extent, sure, but that's not a new vagina. That's you're talking about completely making a different situation. Like that, no, that's not the equivalent. Okay, so let's take the penis part out of it, like the implant thing, because that's just weird, unless it's medically necessary. That being said, I think confidence is key.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would be a little bit frustrated if I came across a guy that wanted plastic surgery. And I say this because society puts a lot on women to look a certain way. from the very moment that we come out of the womb, specifically, because I don't want anybody to be like, I'm confused. So that being said, I can understand why women feel that they need to do that. For a man, where you can be 5,000 pounds and they still have a girl, it's like, for you to go get something done, I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, it screams a major insecurity that's a little bit uncomfortable for me. I'm like, as a woman, I already have my insecurities. We can't both be sitting here like, oh, look at my butt. Oh, look at my, like that. That's weird. So it's not for me. But at the end of the day, you could do whatever you want. Like, you know, some guys get pec implants. I think it's that's a lot. It went, especially because men, it's so much easier for y'all to work out and see results. For women, it's a different situation. We got a lot of hormones going on. There's childbirth. There's this stuff happening. But as a guy, y'all can stop drinking sodas, and all of a sudden you get a six pack. It's the wildest thing. My ex, he didn't do anything except do push-ups. He was ripped. Don't know how. I can do push-ups. I'm still soft. I'm just strong. So that being said, I prefer not to deal with a guy that feels that he needs plastic surgery, but I'm not judging that. I just won't date you, but we can be cool.
All right. So he'd be like, yeah, my ass is fake. You're not going to be like, oh.
I might want to touch him. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be like,
Drake got fake ass.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
That's BBL
I would want to touch him just to see what it's like. But nah, just once you reveal that, I'm just like, yeah, you know, I think maybe we can't both be. Yeah, no, that's how I feel on that. That being said, I feel like I know your answer. Would you date a girl with plastic surgery and enhancements?
No.
Okay.
I don't like BBLs at all.
Okay, but there's other things that you can do. So I'm talking, because I'll preface this by saying there's a lot of women out here with enhancements, and you have no idea. And I say that because, and this is even something that I had to recognize, if you do it correctly, you'll never know. If you go crazy, it's going to be like some of the people we see on television and on Instagram and walking down the street was like another double take, like, the hell's wrong? Like, you know. So that being said, there's a lot of women I'm sure that you have liked and you've been like, oh, she looks fine. And she definitely has some type of work done. Even BBLs can be done tastefully when you have no idea.
Yeah. You think so?
I know so. Like that's just a thing. I definitely met somebody where I'm just like, really? And it wasn't because it looked bad. It was just because she looked normal. It just, I don't know what she looked like before, but I think people need to understand that with plastic surgery, you can go overboard. You can go a little bit too far. And that's where it's your doctor's job to come in and say, hey, I don't know if it's going to look that great. But at the end of the day, you do have a lot of plastic surgeons that'll be like, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
I feel women that work out got better bodies than women that get alterations done to their body.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a feeling and not a fact, but that's fine.
When I say alterations, I mean body parts like how like Nicki Minaj got, or basically what the Kim Kardashians did.
That's because they went overboard.
Yes, like they look totally different from what they looked like back in the day, or how they supposed to look like before. So like even when people like having a kid with somebody with mad plastic surgery, it's like, what my kid's gonna look like? Because it's not gonna look like this. Yeah. So
yeah, no, for sure. So you're talking about face alterations then?
It could be face alterations. It could be that big, huge butt that's so stiff and it's like lumpy. Like I can't deal with it.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely went somewhere where it was $10 and came out with. I mean, you get what you pay for, right? But yeah, no, I just, side note, I just really do laugh when men say, oh, I like a girl that's natural, but have no idea that half the girls that they like are not natural.
That's lust. That's not like, that's lust.
No, sometimes it's like, because if you get to know the person and you still have no idea, you still like the person. You like a person based off personality. There's a lot of people with trash BBLs that have great personalities. A lot of people with terrible bodies that have great personalities. So, you know, the reality is when you see a girl walking down the street, she very likely could have something going on and y'all still like it. And then, you know, even let's segue into makeup. I like a girl that looks more natural in her makeup. Do you have any idea how long a natural look makeup wise could take? Takes just as long as a dramatic look. Could you put on makeup before so you know?
A girl with makeup that with makeup all the time and shit that makeup off, she's like a totally different person.
No.
Somebody that never wear makeup. Their face always natural. Unless they got maybe some lipstick or something like that, maybe some eyeshadow, maybe some eyelashes, something like that. Cool. but never know like blemish, like changing the color, like
Change the color of what?
of their face. They the foundation they put on their face. It's
Well,
changed the profession.
if they got the wrong color, yes.
Like,
see, I'm trying to explain it to you because you are a man, right? So I'm trying to let you know how things actually go. If a woman has the wrong foundation, then yes, her color will be different when she takes it off. Oftentimes that could be because she tanned and did not actually get a darker foundation. I have 2 foundations. Right now, I am a lot darker than I typically am. So wearing my winter color is going to look wild. Wearing my darker color, my summer color in the middle of January looks wild. So there's that. So you're talking about that type of difference?
They wear makeup all the time. Then when they finally take it off, you be like, oh shit, who the fuck is that?
Okay, yeah, that can happen for sure. But I will say, when I get my makeup done by an artist, it takes 2 hours regardless of the look, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how they work. And I still like the same person. I just have makeup on. But that's my point though. I feel like, and this is a lot of people, right? And in a lot of different situations. But I feel like if we're talking about the specific situation of makeup on women and how guys feel about it, for lack of a better,
we do know what we're talking about. We know what we like.
You don't though.
Yes, we do.
Okay, why do you think you? Okay, before I ask that, I'm saying you don't know what you're talking about because and this is me saying this as a woman, and knowing a lot about makeup, knowing a lot about hair, knowing about all these things, plastic surgery, all those things. Y'all like a lot of things, and you think it's natural, and it's not. I've heard men say, "Why can't women wear more natural makeup like a Kardashian?" Now, that no makeup look.
That's ignorance, right?
That's what?
That's ignorance, right?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Yes, ignorance. That is a 2-hour look, just as long as it takes to have a smoky eye. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all think y'all know what y'all want, but in reality, you want something that looks nice. You just have no idea what that actually is.
You know what I say? Go ahead.
No.
Right. You know why I say that we know what we like? All right, for example, if a girl going out with a guy and he like her shoes, like, yo, you gonna wear those shoes?
He doesn't like her shoes?
Yeah, you gonna wear those shoes on the dress? A guy that's like, hey, not gonna put no makeup on? Like, you gotta put makeup on before you go out this door. Like, you're not gonna do that. But a guy would definitely be like, you gonna wear that dress? You gonna wear those shoes? Like,
All right, wait.
Do you agree with
that? No. Okay. You're saying a guy. All right, start over.
A guy will tell his girlfriend or wife or whatever before they leave out the house, you gonna wear those shoes? You gonna wear that dress? You gonna wear your hair like that? A guy never said you're not gonna put makeup on before you leave out the house.
What guy never said that?
No guy ever said that. Have you ever heard a guy say that? No guy ever said that day in their life.
First of all, that's a broad statement because you have never been every guy. There's plenty of men that I'm sure have no problem saying first of all y'all do is sit on podcasts and talk about how you can't stand a woman that walks out of the house that doesn't look put together. So I'm trying to figure out where that statement is coming from. No guy's ever said that. No, a lot of y'all feel, nah, she got to look like this all the time because if she doesn't, then, because I'm a 5-star man. So, I got to have
top G.
No. So that being said, if you agree, that means you also agree that, yes, there are plenty of men that feel their women need to walk out with makeup on. And if she doesn't, she's not put together. And I'm like, that's why I'm not the one for you because half the time I don't have makeup on unless I really care.
You got makeup on now?
No.
See? Perfect.
Shut up. Also, I just happen, and I'll say this too, and this is not shading anybody. I happen to have really good skin, right? I don't have breakouts usually. If I do, I know exactly why. I've been eating crazy or it's that time of month. So there's that. Anybody might be like one pimple. And that's on a rare occasion. Like I don't have scars on my face. I don't have certain things. So I happen to be lucky, but I have no issue. And I'm not judging somebody for walking around with piles of makeup on because they have acne scars or they have cystic acne or other things, imperfections that they're not a fan of. And then you as a partner, if you're going to love that person for who they are and like them instead of lusting over them, then them wanting to cover up their insecurities out in public, there should be nothing wrong with that.
Understandable. Throw your eyes at me.
Next. Pull out of the bag.
Do you feel a percentage of this generation and the ones coming are a lost cause?
Yes.
I totally agree.
I don't even need to think about that one. Ruined, yes. We got to start over. Okay. So this is such a loaded question. It requires, okay, I feel like they do not get the same level of education. They also do not care about this level of education. They are concerned about the wrong things. Their parents are concerned about the wrong things. They can barely read. They can barely count. They feel that, like, some people are graduating high school, college, thinking, okay, now I'm gonna make six figures. They're completely unrealistic. They just want, and don't know how to work. And of course, it's not everybody. But yeah, no, I feel like they're kind of doomed, because also society is now catering to this group of people. Like, oh, it's hard. Let's make it easier. Yeah. Life is not easy. Life is gonna life regardless. So I do feel like they're a lost cause. There might be some of them that we can pull out, and help a little bit. But I just feel like, like back in the day, it used to be a concern, like the younger kids are gonna come and take our jobs. And I was like, ain't nobody taking my job, because they can't even read. So, that's that. How about you?
I totally agree with everything you said, 100%. They parents is not doing the right jobs. You got social media educating them, TV educating them. I'm surprised they even do get a job eventually, because I can't see them working. And kids subway surfing in New York. All right, I don't know if they're doing that because of the game, but if you got an announce speaker telling you 4 or 5 times while you're on that train not to subway surf, why are you still doing it?
It's like, people die.
Yes. It's like every other week, another kid subway surfing, he passed. Like, you don't hear these announcements? Like, why are you subway surfing?
They're arrogant. Yeah. And everybody thinks that, oh, it won't be me. Then it's you. Splat.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, it seemed like when growing up, they say don't do drugs or don't smoke crack, right? You know crack was gonna do to you. Yeah. So why smoke the crack? So if you go on top of this train and it's so speeding, you lose your balance, you're going to unalive yourself. So why do it? And this is why I feel like it's a lost cause. This generation's a lost cause. Because I can show you videos when 30, 40 kids on top of one train, surfing it. Like, crazy.
Dang.
You never see those videos on TikTok?
I've seen like 1 or 2. I don't be seeing. Yeah. That's insane. Yeah, it's like they want to end it. Okay, so we agree on that. Yeah. Boom, put it here.
So all good in the day.
Right. What else we got?
No, she did roll her eyes at me like 5 minutes ago. She did.
Because you deserved it. I forgot what it was already, but I'm sure you deserved it. Do you feel people are just living life or have a plan?
I feel like they're just living life.
Okay. Elaborate.
Like I said, even the young generation, I feel people just living every day. They paycheck, they buy their sneakers, they go drink, they go party, they hang out, they get high, and that's their life. I don't think a lot of people think about the future, think about what's going to happen 5 years from now, and I'm still going to be at this job, or do I got any ambition to try to create my own business or something like that? Like, you got women that put their men on, like they go buy their boyfriend or their husband a box truck or something where they could actually do some work on their own, start their own business or stuff like that. The man not like, let me save this money up and give me a box truck. The woman has to do that for him. So yes.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like it's a mixed bag. Anybody I know, we have plans. Now it may not be 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, but it's like, this is what I want to do. This is the goal, or at the very least, just making sure that what you're doing makes sense. That being said, I know a lot of people are not like that. So I guess I have the privilege of being around people who are like-minded, where it's just like, and what I mean is, like, we're not planning out like, okay, kids by this age and a house by that age. More so like, okay, realistically, next year, what will I be making? Is a promotion going to happen? Do I want to stay at this job? Do I want to stay in this career? Like, that's the type of planning that's happening. So, but I do feel like at least the perception of society right now is people are just flying by the seat of their pants, and that's not good. Yeah, it's really hard to say. It depends on who you're around, but I will say perception is that everybody's just doing their thing. I think eventually though, people will, like, as people get older, they start to see you kind of need a plan, or at least to think and do things intentionally. At least that, like, planning is hard. Anything can happen like right now, tomorrow, whatever. But at least be like, hey, if I do this today, how's this gonna look tomorrow? Like, I know, like, for example, hey, some people are like, I really just want to have a baby, and I'm, hypothetically, I'm 37. Okay, that's cool. You could go reproduce with somebody and not do the proper vetting and get to know the person. But how's that going to look in a year when, this guy decides, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Then, it's just, it can be icky when people don't actually do things with purpose, especially when you get older. If you're in your early 20s, late teens, even 25, 26, maybe. But even then, I feel like it's risky, but people got to get it together. They're killing me.
Yes, I totally agree. Like you said, I got plans. So like for example, September, I want to publish my book. And I want to do that because I did it off the numbers. So I did it because like it's the 9th month. I went to like 9/9 and like, so like probably 9 p.m., something like that. It was something I wanted to do.
Right.
Like I said, I got plans, but like a lot of people, they're not thinking about that.
No.
They just think about that at one moment.
Yeah.
But not to be off topic. You mentioned pregnancy and having kids with somebody, I want to talk about Ebony Williams.
Okay.
So you seen the video I posted? So she said she wouldn't date a man that drive a bus. Unless he owned the bus, she would date him or marry him. But she went and had artificial insemination. She had artificial insemination done to have a kid by herself, no man. So I guess the kid not gonna have no daddy, And I feel she did that because no man want her, and this is why she did it. What you think? You agree?
No. So, which part you want me to? What do you want me to respond to first?
Whatever you feel is right.
Okay.
Whatever you feel is right.
I guess the main issue that people had in the beginning before that part, she said, I wouldn't date, she would prefer not to date somebody who was a bus driver. And I don't know if you remember, but in previous conversations, I've discussed about how important it is in a relationship to be equally yoked. Does it work if you're not? It can, but it usually works out more often when you're both here. And I mean in beliefs and morals, your jobs, your salaries, things like that. That being said, I didn't find anything wrong with what she said. That is her preference. She makes in the millions. I could totally understand why she wouldn't want to date somebody that makes less, a significant amount less than that. So I didn't understand why she was attacked for that. That is her preference. And at the end of the day, I'm sure she has dated a lot of men. I'm sure she's dated some people that have made less than her. And she's just like, yeah, this just isn't going to work. I personally like to be with people that can keep up with me. If you can't, that's inconvenient for me. I'd rather not. So fast forward, she didn't find anybody that she felt she was in love with that was equally yoked. And she said, hey, I have my life to get married. I do not have my life to have a kid. Because remember, women run on a biological clock. She decided to do IVF. I don't see what's wrong with that. I will say this. You could do that whole, oh my God, but the baby won't have a father. Here's the thing. Not a guarantee the baby will have a father she got with somebody else. Because there's a lot of men who reproduce and they're nowhere near the child or in that child's life. And if they are, it's oftentimes, not most, but a lot of times it's not even in an effective way. So her going into a situation that she is already controlling, hey, I can take care of this kid financially. Hey, I have a support system and I have the eggs and all that. I don't see anything wrong with that. Everybody deserves to have a family, especially if you have everything you need to take care of it. There's people in a two-parent household that do not have the means to take care of a child. I would venture to say you shouldn't have the kid because you can't take care of it. She can at least take care of it, regardless of who she is with or not with. That's where I stand on that. And I think it's a bit sexist to say, wow, so you wouldn't take a man, you wouldn't settle for a guy, but you have a kid on your own. Well, she can get a guy at any point. But baby, you know, her time is coming to an end.
She's single for a reason. But my point.
What do you mean she's single for a reason? Because you
single
can't
for a
just say
reason.
stuff. Okay, what does that mean? Because you mean something behind that.
I mean that she's single. Like every man that dated her left her. And
why are we assuming that?
Because she's single.
No, that's not how that works. Wait, no. All jokes aside. A woman being single means every man left her.
If she's single for a certain period of time,
means every man left her.
No, you gotta go there.
Go where? I'm repeating what you said.
It don't mean every man left her.
Okay,
she could have left them.
Okay.
But I'm saying,
could they have deserved to be left?
I'm saying I see a lot of cats in her future. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I see a lot of cats in her future. I see her being 80 years old and alone because the way her mindset is. A bus driver makes 6 figures.
Not all the time. Continue.
Depending on what state.
And also 6 figures.
Yes.
Why? What is that to millions of dollars?
Yes. Okay. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Okay. I got you. Okay. A bus driver makes 6 figures. So do a garbage man. So do cops. So do CEOs. Right. Firefighters all make 6 figures. Especially after
cops. No.
Overtime, yes. With overtime,
yes. Sometimes, yes.
With overtime,
and we're talking a lot of time.
Yes. All right. So now, celebrities who marry regular people. Shawnee O'Neal, former O'Neal, she married a preacher. Okay. Amanda Lambert, when she got divorced, she married a cop. So rich people can't marry people with regular careers.
Yes.
Okay. By her putting a bus driver down, basically saying somebody like Amanda Lambert marrying a cop is silly. Somebody like Shawnee marrying a preacher is silly. But people marrying a regular person, now sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's bad.
Wait, real quick though, let's I feel like we're also people aren't mentioning the fact that she also said, unless he owns the company, you own a company.
But yeah.
So what I'm saying is, she said, I don't want to date a bus driver. Now, the tax bracket I'm in, a bus driver is fine, especially because I'm a fan of benefits, right? Like, I love me some health insurance, so that's fine. But that means, fast forward, why she said unless he owns the bus company. What's wrong with that? So she's supposed to get with a regular MTA driver and be happy to make, and that would give her a better mindset.
You never know. He might be the best guy for her. He might be the good guy. He may be the one that's gonna stay on.
You can be, but you understand that being a good guy or being a good person is not what makes a relationship function, right?
But I'm saying, like, she would never know if that person would have worked out for her, because she.
Also, how many bus drivers do you think Ebony K. Williams is meeting?
It was hypothetical. It's hypothetical.
No, but we're not speaking hypothetical. We're talking about a real situation.
Like, for example, you had this conversation plenty of times before. A rich man would date a broke woman.
But we understand why. You can't compare those two situations.
Why can't?
Because men and women are different in the society that is set up for both of us, completely different. You have a son and a daughter. Life works differently for both of them. So what I'm saying is, your daughter marrying somebody who is rich is more socially accepted. Meanwhile, because at the end of the day, even the wealth gap right now, the pay gap, men still get paid more than women. So at the end
certain jobs.
Which certain jobs?
No, finish what you say though. Let's say certain jobs. All
right. Most jobs, let me put it this way. That's how it's set up. It is up to the HR department to decide they're going to be different. But the standard is, unfortunately, and it has been for decades, women aren't worth as much. So we're going to pay them less. So at the end of the day, women have only been able to date or be with men who make more. And that's make more. Sometimes that man made $50,000 and he still made more than her. And we can understand, and we can all agree that $50,000 at least in 2024 in New York City is nothing. So that being said, men dating down as far as finances, dating up is not really, first of all, half of y'all have an issue with that. But we talked about this before too, and you have agreed there are a lot of men who feel emasculated when their women make more. So let's use Ebony. Do you think there's just at least the possibility that she has come across men that are just like, nah, I'm just not feeling it. You just make me feel away because you make millions of dollars and you over here like, buying this and buying that and I can't keep up. You don't think there's men with your fragile egos saying, nah, I'm not feeling this, and they leave her for that reason? Because in that case, that makes him the problem, not her. Do you think that's a possibility?
It's possibility.
Okay. Do you think it's even likely based off men and how you, because let's not play games. You are a man and you've been around men, and you do know that y'all have an issue a lot of the time, maybe not you, with the woman that makes more money and makes them feel like they're not doing as well in life.
Yeah, it depends the situation. Like I know people like that, but usually the woman is very, very controlling in aspects of, she may be like, this is my house.
Okay.
You know,
now
using my car.
Right. Now, don't you realize that that is exactly what men have done to us? And that is why I say everyone needs to be equally yoked, because I think that when you make a significant more amount of money than your partner, you just, even subconsciously sometimes, you're like, yo, I paid for this. Don't be crashing up the car. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. And both people have a right to do that. I think that is very human. Hey, I spent the money on this. I went to work for this, and I want you to treat a certain way. So people do pull rank. That is why you need to be equally yoked, because if we're both making $2 million, you ain't saying shit to me. That's where I'm coming from.
Right. Do you feel like it's a double standard though?
What?
Her basically saying she won't date a bus driver, but a man could date a woman that's broke.
I think the two are unrelated. Wait, say it. I'm sorry.
Perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example, okay? A man date a woman that don't have nothing. She could be broke, right? If a man be like, I'm not dating no broke females, like she got a such a, y'all would have a fit.
No, don't. First of all, don't say y'all.
I say y'all. I mean as a whole, as a pronoun. They, like they would have a fit. All right, I'm not saying
that they're not dating a broke woman. Men say that right now. They say, I want a girl that has a career. I want this.
But that's it. When men say stuff like that, it's a problem. When women say stuff like that, it's a problem. But if it's double standard, because some women expect a man could date a broke girl. They expect,
because that's always what y'all been doing.
They go to a bar. They get some drinks bought. They find a guy with some money.
There's been a history of high-powered men dating waitresses and secretaries. So yes, y'all set that up. Maybe not you, but y'all have set that standard up. So
definitely. I'm not disputing that. Like the dude that's basically the run Hard Rock Cafe on 42nd Street. My cousin worked there, and he was interested in the girl. She was interested in too, but instead of him doing something with her at the job, he told her to quit. He said he told her to quit, and he said he'll get her a house. He'll get a house. That he did that because he make over 6 figures. So she quit her job. She live in a house like 3-4 houses down from the house he shared with his wife, and she lived good. Like she don't work no more, and he just takes care of her. So yes, it's possible, and yes, guys does it. And like you said, because they do it, it make it a problem. But is that a double standard that women feel like they shouldn't have to date a broke guy, but a man should date a broke woman?
I think it is a societal double standard, yes. And I'll elaborate by saying that's how about I do this? How many times have you heard a guy say that I want to be the head of my household and protect my family?
Plenty of times.
Okay. You can't be the head of the household and not be contributing a certain amount. That's how that works. You also can't be a protector if, at least in the traditional sense, if you can't protect financially. Because also, I will say, protection is not, oh, I'll beat this guy up for you and I'll make sure you're safe. Protection is, hey, are we going to have a house to live in? Or even, are we going to have a roof over our heads? Are we going to have food? Are we going to have those things? So I think if guys are going to feel like, hey, this is a problem, then y'all need to stop running around with that whole, I'm head of household, I make the decisions, I do that. Because you are not going to be saying that bull crap to me, and I make more than you. Because I am head of household. You may feel that you're a head of household, but at the end of the day, when the taxes go through, I'm the one paying the mortgage, I'm the one doing these things, and you over here just walking around with your chest all big for no reason. So that being said, I just feel like, yes, I agree, it is a double standard, but it's a double standard for a reason.
When you, hypothetically, I don't know, hypothetically, if you're in a relationship and it's your house, say the guy move in with you.
Okay.
Do you say our house or my house?
I never thought about it. I kind of just say I kind of just say home in general. Like I never say I'm going back to my house unless it's someone that doesn't live with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm, like if I'm with a friend, I'm gonna go back to my house. But I never really, so that's hard for me to answer because I'll just be like, I'm going home. So, but I get what you're saying. I guess I might say it just out of habit, but I will say this. It's not about what you refer to it as, at least to me. It's about how you treat the person in that home. If you were contributing to the bills, majority or 50-50, then that means that is your home as well. You know what I mean? Now we can get into technicalities, whose name was on the lease, whose name was on the mortgage. We can do all that. But at the end of the day, I do feel like if you are contributing in a significant way, 50-50 or more, then it's ours.
Okay. What about situations where you probably tired of the guy, but you still want the guy to be around, but you want to have your fun too. So you put the guy out, like, or the person put you out. What do you think about that? I know situations like that.
Okay. In that situation, I feel like first of all, that's a breakup. I want to break up. Whoever's name is on the lease, like that, or whoever's name is on the mortgage, or whoever can afford to live there. Because sometimes your name is on the lease, or both your names on the lease, but you can't afford that rent by yourself, or you can't afford that mortgage by yourself. So in that case, I feel like a deeper conversation needs to be had. Like, we're breaking up. Are we selling the place? Are we both going our separate ways, or is somebody going to take this? So, but I feel like that's a sticky situation and situational. But yeah, I mean, if it's my place and I can afford to keep it, then that means we need to talk about you leaving.
Yeah, I came with that scenario because I know a guy that during COVID, he met a girl. And he moved in with her immediately. He probably was living with her after like a month, and her child. And so they was together for a while, probably 2-3 years. And one day he called me. He's like, "Yeah, she got to do it in an apartment. She would let me in, get my stuff, this and that." Then he had to go back and get the stuff again. And then like a week later, she called him like, "Yeah, you can come back, this and that. I'm sorry, this and that." He never went back. You know, but situations like that happens where a girl, it's her apartment, your name, like you said, your name even on the lease or your name not on the lease, but she feel like, "This is my apartment. I was here first. I moved you in."
And guys do the same exact thing.
I moved you in, and now I want to bring this guy in, and now this guy, and then the girl daughter, she used to call him daddy and stuff like that. So the daughter like, "Yeah, dad, like, yeah, he been around for a while." Like, cause the girl, I think the girl like 8 years old. Like, "Yeah, he been around. Mommy always got him in the house when we at work, stuff like that." So it happens. But a guy does. I will admit it. A guy will bring another woman inside that woman's house. That when she paying the bills in, it's her house first. She moved him in, and let's say, he snuck another woman in, sleep in her bed or in the basement or something like that. So it happens.
Yeah. So that being said, leave Ebony alone. She could take care of her own. Like, that's totally fine, because nobody, I mean, for real, nobody gave Kylie Jenner this kind of heat when she brought in a kid, and she's not even, I don't even know if she's with old boy anymore. So it's like, so that's fine. And then their excuse was, well, she can afford it. Ebony can afford it. So what's the problem? Because at the end of the day, you might have that child naturally or conceive that child naturally, but sometimes, a lot of the time, it's still a sperm donor.
I think how she said it and how she didn't want to explain herself why she said it.
She explained herself a million times.
I'm just saying how she said it. She was like, "Would you date a bus driver if you own it?" Like,
how she said it. Okay, but now my question is this: what was wrong with how she said it? Because she said it. She said it as matter. Was she? Should she have said it?
Well, the look on her face is how it came out.
But you would have had the same look if I said, "Would you date a fat girl?" No. When you are very clear on what you want and what you don't want, you say it like that. And I think people also, I will bring this into play too. She is a woman and she was very clear with what she wanted, and she rejected a group of men, and people were like, "I'm not having it."
I think the question should have been asked differently. Like, would you date a poor person, or would you date somebody that don't make as much money as you? I think her answer would have been different.
Okay.
But I think her saying the bus driver is just like, no. But like I said, some bus drivers make 6 figures. Some of them do live comfortably. So,
and they still wouldn't be matching her.
Yeah. No, but who if somebody think Oprah, who matching her?
Again, equally yoked. Yeah. But and then also, but we'll use Oprah. Stedman is a very special man because a whole lot of men would not want to date Oprah.
His family rich. His family rich himself. Stedman got his own money.
Okay,
Yeah, Stedman got his own money, but it's not billions of dollars.
I mean, sure.
You know, like, and it's other couples too. Look at Rihanna. A$AP Rocky has the same as money as Rihanna.
But we're also not saying that this never works. What we're saying is it's okay to have a preference. And also, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna have been together for 2 days. All right, it's not been that long. They still have a long way to go.
I'm just saying, like, there's people that date under them. Like,
yes,
A$AP Rocky is a man,
but we don't. But we're not. But we don't know that Ebony hasn't. Is my point. Rihanna is doing that now. That's great. We don't even know if they're gonna last because that's just life. I'm not putting any bad juju out there. I'm just saying Rihanna is with A$AP now. She might eventually be like, man, he broke. I ain't doing this no more. She could. So we're not gonna. We can't talk about relationships that haven't lasted. Like we can use Oprah and Stedman. They've been together longer than I've been around, I swear. But so we can use them and it works for them. But the reality is a lot of people try to date regular people. Or sorry, a lot of celebrities try to date regular people and it doesn't work. It may not always be money. It might also be like other situations, other things. But I'm just saying this. I just didn't like how everybody got on Ebony and said, you said that wrong. Why wouldn't you date a bus driver? And I'm just like, I'm sure there's a million jobs out here that I could throw at y'all. And you'd be like, nah, I ain't dating nobody that does that.
You're right. You're right.
And it's like, she didn't get that right to say, this is not what I want. And it should, he can own it. She didn't say, what you, dirty buses. She didn't say nothing about that. She said, if you own it. That's it. And maybe as somebody she's in her 40s now, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Somebody in her 40s. I don't think it's crazy to think that somebody in their 40s might own a bus company.
Nah, it's not wrong.
She didn't say be Elon Musk. That's wild.
Nah, you're right.
So that was it. That was it. Sorry. I just get passionate about stuff like that because I'm just like, here we go attacking another woman who can take care of herself. Why are we not attacking people that just sit there and act like bums? I digress.
I used to like Ebony Williams. I think it was her that went on Breakfast Club and she wore a shirt that says black mixed with black. I love that. I admire her for that. I love that. But when she said that, I'm like men date broke women. Like men date women that's beneath them. So, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. So don't put somebody down. That bus driver might have been her
but why did y'all take it as a put down? I think there's a situation where a hit dog hollers. Like, I didn't take any offense to that.
No. I think guys take offense to that because I think every guy been in a situation like that. Like, for example, for me, I say for example a lot, right?
It's fine. I mean, we need examples.
Like for me, for example, during COVID, I used to go to like a lot of underground bars and strip clubs. So I went to this underground strip club. It was multiple ones, even non-underground places, just going to some places. And how many times a girl said, "I was where the drug dealers at? Why there's no drug dealers here?"
Okay.
Isn't that because they looking at us like we don't have the money to give them they strippers, so they're like, oh, they gonna give us a couple $100. A drug dealer may go in there, and spend $5
which
grand.
They're there to make money, so that's a good assessment.
No, it's disrespectful.
Why is that disrespectful? Because a man who sells Maseratis is not going to come speak to us. We don't look like we can afford. So I would go to the safe bet. That's business. You were talking about women who are stripping to make money. Why would I go to someone that doesn't look like they have money?
I say it's disrespectful because it have to be. Like
I think you're offended because you know that you don't have that level of money.
I'm offended, how I said, because from what we wear, it's that you can't judge from what I had on at that time, what my cousin had on at that time, or even that.
Did you have drug dealer money?
At that time, yes.
Consistently, like a drug dealer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, got it. And you could consistently do that?
At that time, yes.
Okay, at that time.
At that time,
and that time ended?
Yes.
So why would I make a bet on you? And I need
you talking about that one moment.
No, I'm just saying in general. You were saying that you were offended because somebody looked at you and said they can't afford what I need and moved on. So that in this case, it should be her loss, right?
It was disrespectful, period.
Why was that disrespectful? Did she do something to you?
It was disrespectful because we get there early. We the only ones in there. So we chilling. I'm rolling up. We drinking. We chilling. All they did was looked at us. They said, where are the drug dealers at? This and that. They didn't say hi and this and that. They looked at us. Because if you're standing somewhere, if somebody walked past, like, where the drug dealers at? Like, I was so upset at that time when that happened. It was 4 of them. The one that said that, the one that's working with her, it was 2 other ones. The 2 other ones, I was like, yo, I should go give them $500 a piece. Like, and he said, my cousin's like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. And I said, yeah, I should really do it to make a point. Like, and see.
You wouldn't have made any point.
If I would have did that, and those girls would have came to me or later on, or something like that, I would have been like, okay, yeah, y'all go. This and that. And I could have shitted on them.
Go, like, oh my God.
Like, I could have shitted on them. Like, yo, get
wait,
me.
Wait,
like,
question.
Go get a
Why, what do you mean a gold? You were, okay. Do you know what strippers are?
Listen.
Strippers are at work to make money. And they make money off of tips. Yes. It's no different from a waitress going to a big table as opposed to a table of 2.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, why was that? Why did you take that person? I think that's a situation of a fragile male ego. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness,
because they were looking
at ego now.
Yes, half of y'all do. I mean, it may not be consistent, but I definitely think you have sprinkles of fragile ego. Why was that offensive to you?
2 guys walking past.
Yes.
And they say,
where the strippers?
No, where the dark skinned girls at?
Okay, you like dark skinned girls. Why is that offensive to me?
It's offensive.
Why am I offensive about
my... to be offensive. Like I said, at that time, I was going to mad different bars, mad different strip clubs. I got
like your feelings
in my phone right now. I got
strippers numbers. Your feelings were hurt. Your feelings were hurt.
But I was upset.
Your feelings were hurt.
I was upset because it wasn't the first time they said that.
Okay, so they hurt your feelings by implying that you did. Just admit it. They hurt your feelings.
They hurt my feelings.
Somebody saying with a dark skin girl that is not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not insecure about my skin. Fine, that's beautiful. Go for what you want. They said where the big girls at. Go. They said where the skinny girls at. I'm gonna say, yeah, I ain't really skinny. I mean, I'm definitely on the in-between situation.
I'm just saying, it's rude for somebody to just look at somebody and say and assume.
Okay, who cares? Your fragile male ego had your feelings hurt.
We're gonna give up the topic because you know
your feelings hurt.
No,
your feelings were hurt.
My feelings not
your feelings were hurt.
No, it's not.
You were upset. What does upset mean?
I was upset. I was disappointed that a woman that would.
You were disappointed.
I was disappointed that somebody would judge me.
Your feelings were hurt.
I was disappointed that a woman would just judge somebody off just looking at them.
You judge women.
Not knowing what.
Do you not judge people off of how they look? Don't you?
But yeah, I'm not gonna say it to their face though, or say it to them off rip.
Or say it near them.
You know, off rip. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna walk past somebody and be like, oh, why you got those ugly sneakers on? Like,
she didn't do that.
But she did.
No, not basically. What she said? She said, where are the guys with money? Yeah. Okay, who cares?
Damn.
And then you should be confident enough to say, hey, I had the money. She lost out. She missed out.
Oh, no,
okay.
She did. I had a great time that night. Actually, I didn't know we had to leave that place because a lot of stuff happened. But
oh God.
Yeah. Underground stuff.
Yeah. So, no, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, I think you're taking someone's job a little too personal. If I am a stripper, if I am a prostitute, if I am anything, if I'm selling anything, I'm gonna go to somebody that looks like they can afford it. We can all admit that there's a certain look that you have that you often, let me start over. There is a look that is associated with certain tax brackets, right? That being said, when you work in that industry, you see a lot of things and you could have had money and that's fine. But I don't see anything wrong with her making a general assessment with this person is probably good. This probably is going to be worth my time.
All right. I'm going to give you a perfect example.
Okay.
Perfect example. I know a girl that do waitressing, right? So it was a table that another person had, right? It was a table, but they didn't want to do the table because they looked like the person that wasn't going to tip them. So they gave it to the other person.
Okay.
So
and the table did tip.
Yes.
And the other person didn't.
I think the person gave them $100.
Okay.
You know, but my point is that person judged that person off rip.
Yes, but we all judge off rip. What do you mean?
And because she did that, then after the girl got the $100 tip, she asked for half of it because it was her table originally.
Okay, and that's a whole nother situation. But what that aspect of it, what I'm saying is we all judge.
Yes,
we all make assessments. Yes, so you can't get on somebody else for doing that because it wasn't in your favor. Because if she had done it in your favor, you wouldn't have an issue. Your feelings were hurt. Period. Next. Nah, y'all, not all of it, but y'all all love to say, nah, because I was just upset. What does upset mean?
No, my feelings not hurt. 1, okay. 2, all right. That was rude of her to do that. And it was multiple, like I said, multiple times it happened at underground spots. It happened. you know,
if I was you, I would stop
you know,
going.
You know.
If you be so butthurt over them turning you down, then I think you need to go. You need to go to church or something. You're nice in church. Stop going to strip clubs.
Nah, strip clubs is good. Everybody
well,
go to
no,
strip
they
club.
be rejecting you, so no.
No, I don't get rejected. Like I said, I got strippers numbers in my phone right now. Like I'm cool with strippers. Okay. It's not a problem.
Well, strippers are great people.
It's not a problem. It's just certain women that got a certain mindset, think like that woman that said that. And those women are no good. Next. I just want the last word.
That's fine. It's very emotional of you. But I understand because your feelings are hurt. You have to respond that way. It's totally fine. I am empathetic to your feelings. All right. Next.
Best co-host ever. Best co-host ever.
See, don't be trying to be all nice. No. I'm still mad at you. All right. What was next? Oh, okay. I had a question. Why do you feel that the Black community is a bit more homophobic than, let's just say, our white counterparts?
That's a good question. Because I was just talking to somebody about Kirk Franklin and his son relationship. And he just owned his son because
he's transgender, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And I realized, like, not to get off topic, but like I realized a lot of people that especially like Black preachers, when they kids, a lot of Black preachers, they kids end up on that side of the fence, part of the community. And I noticed that. I don't know if because of the upbringing, maybe they're too hard on them, like go to church. And I say that, for example, like I got several cousins that's gay, male cousins that's gay, and all their parents are religious, like very religious, like and as we was talking about it, he's like, yeah, I don't think they would care. I think they would get a lecture. They may say something one time about it, but I think their mothers won't care no more or stuff. But like these people I'm talking about, all these men, they just left. They left. One lived in like Seattle. The other one don't
like
come
they
around.
Left their hometown. You're saying?
Yeah, they left state and went to another state to be themselves. One of them, for example, my cousin was at McDonald's and he run into my other cousin and he looking at him, but he dressed, feminine. He dressed feminine. I didn't even have like a puffy shirt on and like tight pants. So he like, oh, you my cousin? Like you such a? He like, yeah. After that meeting, like probably a week or two later, they're like, oh, such a went to Seattle. He moved to Seattle. I think because he got caught out there and people seen him. My cousin seen him. He moved to another state to be himself. And other ones, they just don't come around. No family reunions, no get-togethers. Like they may put a post online and say hi and stuff like that. But I don't know what these people look like now. They've been like probably 5-10 years. Basically, ever since they came 18,
they just left.
Yeah.
And you said all their parents were religious.
Very religious. Very religious.
Yeah. That's definitely common. I think it's just, so did you know that homosexuality is not mentioned in the Bible?
It's not? What word they use?
They didn't mention it.
L?
There was, and definitely double check this, because I'm a fan of everybody doing their own research. This was added, I believe, in like the 70s or so, because the Bible has been done multiple times. Homosexuality was not in the original Bible. It wasn't even mentioned. So I think it's very it's a little upsetting that, first of all, religion that our original people didn't even have. Catholicism was definitely a thing somewhere in parts of Africa, I'm sure, but for a lot of us where we came from, like our ancestors, we weren't Catholic. We weren't really a lot of us weren't Christian either. We worshipped other idols and other spirits and things like that. So it's just very interesting that a religion that was given to us by force, we now defend with every fiber of our being, and everything that they say or perceive to say, because like I said, that wasn't in the original book anyway. We just like defend, and it's like you're sinning, you're you're going to go to hell. You need to, it's crazy to me that we as a Black community, especially the fact that we are still to this day one of the most ostracized groups, but we decide to isolate and ostracize another group of people because they don't do the same thing that we would do in the bedroom. And I just think that's insane.
All right, so you're right. The word is not in the Bible, but it's basically a number of passages people equate to being same-sex.
That they translated it to.
Yes. Yeah. If you don't have the Ethiopian Bible, all those other Bibles been translated, especially the King James. But the Ethiopian Bible never been translated at all. So it's closest thing to it, like the original.
Okay. So yeah, so that being said, it's I just don't like the one community that knows what it's like to be isolated and treated a certain way because of things we can't control. We like to do that to another group of people and say, well, God supports it.
My problem with it is, it's like it's forced upon us. Like, we gotta be nice to them. We gotta do this.
Why would you want to be mean to them?
I say that. Me walking on the train, right?
Okay.
I can't look at the screens no more because on the screens, every couple of seconds, I don't know, you take the train, so you will know what I'm talking about. The thing is a picture of two guys kissing.
Okay.
I don't want to look at that.
Okay.
So
don't look at it.
Yes, I'm trying to say, but it's like it's forced upon us that we gotta see that. Think about it. Every TV show that come out now always got a gay character, or some implication of it. Every TV show, every commercial, every cartoon. You got cartoons now, like Loud House, for example. Basically, Loud House is a cartoon where it's a boy and he got like 12 sisters.
Okay.
And each one of the sisters got a different personality. One's smart, one's a jock, one this and that. So there's several scenes in that show. Like one scene with one of his sisters, she drove a jock strap at him, the sporty one. So they're like, she a trans, So that then it's an episode, and like they knock at the door, and it's a white character, and it's a Black character. They're at the door. They're like, yeah, we because such a, isn't that? They was a couple. Like, I'm like, what, like that? My daughter like, you about to turn it right, Dad? Can you find out his parents was two gay men? I'm like, yes, I'm definitely turning it, and I turned the TV.
Okay.
Like,
now, my question. Oh, sorry.
No, that's it. That's basically it. It's everywhere.
You know what's funny? You know what you sound like?
What?
How white supremacists feel about Black people. Why are they being forced on us? They have their thing. They should go over there. You're spitting the same rhetoric. So that being said, representation matters, and the fact that you feel victimized because it's being forced upon you when simply they're just representing a group of people that is here is unfortunate.
It don't have to be in everything though.
But okay, I will say this then. Why is it okay for, in the same cartoons, for a mom and dad to kiss? Because it's just something you prefer.
A lot of cartoons I grew up on, you never see the mom and dad. You see him his legs.
So the cartoons I grew up seeing, there was a mother and a father, and there was a king and a queen, and they would show affection.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a mother and a father.
Yeah. Like, you had
even
Simba,
like that. Even Simba, no, Mufasa and the mom, they showed some version of affection.
Zimmer and Nyla. Yes, you're right about that.
So what I'm saying is, why do you feel as like why is, what do you mean is being forced upon someone?
But that's a normal thing.
So it's abnormal.
A man and a woman, or male and female, kissing and embracing.
That's normal to you, but that's
a normal thing.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's a normal thing.
You just sound homophobic. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know now.
That's a normal thing, right?
Okay.
It's not normal for two men.
Why is it not normal?
It's not.
Why is it not? What fact is that? Do you have a fact that is not normal?
Yes, I got a fact.
Where's the facts? Because human beings and a lot of other species have been homosexual since before we were even thought of. So why is it not normal?
Like, so you can be canceled.
I'm just trying to get you to think. You're trying to think about your thinking.
Listen. It's not normal because two men cannot have a baby.
That has nothing.
Listen.
Why is everyone's existence based off having kids?
Because it's a circle of life. Okay? Two men cannot complete the circle of life.
Okay.
Two women cannot complete the circle of life.
Okay.
All right? A man and a woman complete the circle of life. A man and woman meets, they embrace.
You do know that not everyone is on this earth to have kids,
They
right?
kids have kids. Yes. The insides can't produce kids. Yes, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the normal circle of life is, unless you're like a frog or a lizard, it's a man, it's a woman, they interact, they have a kid, that kid have a kid, that kid have a kid.
So that's why it's abnormal.
Now, if two men cannot reproduce, they cannot have a kid. Okay, two women cannot reproduce.
So all you're saying is,
so it's not normal.
You're jumping to another. Just because one thing is true doesn't mean the other thing is. I can say that you have dreads. That doesn't make you Jamaican.
It don't.
So just because two men can't have a kid, that doesn't mean it's abnormal.
It's not natural. What's the definition of natural?
No, what do you mean? It's not natural for them to have a kid. Yes, because it's impossible. That doesn't make them not natural.
It's not natural. Two men, it's not natural.
You can call something unnatural all you want. The reality is, none of it. I think society is very arrogant. You included. And I'll say this because, wait. And I'm going to say this because we have been around for a blip out of what has been the entire existence of human beings. And we sit here and say, this isn't natural. This isn't normal. This isn't that, and this and that. There was so much going on before, and we have no idea. Gayness wasn't just started. It's always been the case. We have animals that do that, or other animals, because we're animals too, but we have other animals that do it. So why is it so crazy to believe that it's perfectly fine? It's not fair, especially, I'm speaking to you as a fellow Black person. We make a lot of assumptions and say how things aren't natural when we were the very group of people that was told we were unnatural. And we were less than, and we didn't deserve being treated like humans, and we don't deserve representation. You know, there's still people upset that we have our own shows. Our own movies, that we have the NAACP. How do you feel about Black women dating white men and vice versa?
I don't agree with it. And I feel
which one?
I feel okay with Black men dating white women, but I don't like when Black women date white men.
Okay, why?
It's a double standard for me. I don't know why. I think it's because like slavery and all that. Even though I know I didn't experience slavery, but I think because what would happen during slavery, I don't want Black women to date white men. And I also feel like an achievement if a white man date a Black woman. You know, just like some Black guys feel like it's an achievement when they meet or date or sleep with a white woman.
But you're okay with that?
Yes, very okay with that.
Yeah, I expected you to say that. So why? So you do know what happened to Black men when they were with white women, right?
Yeah.
What?
John and Majors.
No, realistically, like for real, like back during slavery, what would happen?
Nah, they would lie, and the man would get his thing cut off.
He would get lynched. He would, yes.
Thing cut off, killed, tortured, stoned. Yeah.
So why does slavery? Because I'm using this example because you referred to it. So why? When you refer to slavery, it bothers you with Black women and white men, but it doesn't bother you because women weren't getting lynched for sleeping with white men, but Black men were for even looking in the direction of a white woman. So why does that not bother you? If anything, you should be saying, I don't like it, period. But you're okay with white women.
But you make a good point. I actually never thought about it like that. You know? Never thought about it like that. You're right about that. Black women was not getting lynched for dating or sleeping with white men back then, but Black men definitely was, even kids definitely was. We got Emmett Till. So you're exactly right.
Well, didn't expect that to happen. Okay. A little nervous. That water just flushed out all the negativity. Is that what happened?
Nah, I could agree when I'm wrong or when somebody make a point. Like I could admit it.
Okay. All right, cool. I will say this, in my opinion, and I'm speaking as a Black woman. I'll put this. I wouldn't have an issue with either one, except for I don't know how to articulate this. So I think it's unfair because it's almost like we're always the scapegoat. Like, well, Black women act this way, so that's why. And it's like, no, let's be real. There was something appealing about that. And I don't know if it was because, you wanted her to be a trophy, or if it's because you just wanted to make sure your kid didn't look like you. But I feel like that's often what happens. And in my experience, when I see Black women with white men, and I'm going to say this, and this isn't, how to put this. This is just what I've seen in society. When you are a Black woman that looks a certain way, a lot of Black men find reasons to call you all types of reasons. They give you all types of reasons as to why you're unattractive. So my thing is, if you're consistently rejected by the group that you were supposed to be with, supposed to be the most comfortable with, right? Why wouldn't you switch? And I'm talking about a history of it, right? Like, it's been dark skin, light skin has been a battle since we were brought over on slave ships. So you have a lot of Black men who will be like, oh, I don't date Black girls or this and that. And it's not because Black girls have done anything to them. We've all been rejected. You just don't like Black girls because you have an issue with yourself. I think, and now if we're talking about a situation where these situations do exist, there's some parts of the country where that's all you're going to see. And you're the one Black family in town. So in that case, I feel like it's proximity, right? Like, you were probably never really going to come across that. You don't even, so that one doesn't bother me so much. But most of the time, proximity is not the issue. That's just what you went to it. So that's my long-winded way of saying, I don't have an issue with it. It doesn't affect me, but it bothers me when those same Black men, then after they get their white woman, they have all of these negative things to say about Black women to justify why they did it. When in reality, you just wanted to do that. And that's totally fine. Why you got to bring me up? So that's where I stand. Does that make sense?
That should make a lot of sense.
Okay.
And like, you're so right about that, because I would date a white woman now. Like, I probably wouldn't have did it 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but I would do it now because all the relationships I had with Black women. I'll be 40 in a couple of years, and you keep doing the same thing, it's insanity. So I want to try something new. And this is why I would rather try to date a white woman and see if I have a different perspective, will my life be different, where I'll have the same problems just because she a female and they a female, color have a thing to do with it. This is because they females. So I want to know. I'm curious now. So this is why I would do it.
So I think that with that statement alone is a problem, because you're right, doing the same thing is insanity. Why jump to a white girl when you could look for a different type of Black girl? Because we've had discussions and we've talked about the type of women that you've been with, and you keep making the same choice. The issue isn't race, because Black people and Black women are not monolithic. We are all different. So that being said, if you keep coming across the same type, maybe you need to pick a different Black girl. You don't need to necessarily find a white girl. Now, that's what again, if you want to just be with a white girl, then just do that. But if you're saying, oh, because it hasn't worked out, the reality is you picked the wrong person. I don't think it has anything to do with her race, because the version of woman that you're finding in Black, you're going to find it in white, you're going to find it in Hispanic, you're going to find it in all of these different cultures. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, I don't know what the next statement would be. I don't know. But the reality is, I do think you pick the same thing. I think you keep picking, for lack of a better term, trash. Trash comes in all colors, in all heights, in all neighborhoods. So I think you need to work on that first before you say, you know what, I'm just going to go for a completely different race. But if you want to go for a different race, then just go for the different race.
I'm just saying that I dated all different kind of Black women that grew up in different kind of areas, projects, suburb, mother, father, no father, group homes. The only thing I could say all these women got in common is they was very confident about themselves. They knew what they wanted. They spoke their mind. They didn't sugarcoat nothing. And I don't know if that was because of me and how they looked at me, and they did with every guy they dated. But they was very assertive, very ambitious, especially the later ones, like the ones that I dated in like the past 2-3 years. They even had a good job, chef, career. Like I said, the other girl, she had an up-to-date car. They always had something going for them. And like you said, if they feel like they got this, why would they not,
Okay. If you want to be with a white girl, just say that.
I don't want to be with a white girl.
Okay. You want to sleep with a white girl, just say that.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, isn't it good to just tell the truth?
That'd be nice. But no, I wanna marry a black woman, and no matter what shade they are, I want to marry a black woman. I want to have kids with black women. I would love to have more kids with a black woman. I would love to meet a black woman that's gonna treat me nice, and I treat her nice.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna treat her nice?
Yes, but I'm predicting I'm in now, so we're gonna see what happens.
Okay.
God willing.
See, isn't nice to just let it out and be honest with ourselves. So now we're gonna circle back.
Circle back to what?
Your feelings was hurt.
Your
feelings were hurt.
My feelings not hurt.
It's okay. It's okay. Men have emotions.
All right. Do you feel the girl was rude when what she said?
No, I don't think she was rude. I think she made an assessment based off of what?
Sorry, guys. We're going back to the strippers, okay? We're going back to the stripper situation. So we back on that. And my feelings are not hurt. I just feel the girl is very rude and disrespectful because she judged me and I know what I had in my pocket. Because like I said, I could have gave all four of those girls $500 a piece without breaking a sweat.
Well, you got to save money.
I did.
She saved you money.
Yeah. And
you should be thanking her.
And I feel like it was rude because, like I said, I've been to other bars, and other strip clubs and stuff like that. I said it happened several times, but other ones that didn't happen. Like everybody was very respectful. If they wasn't interested in certain things, they just tell you. Like one girl, she didn't do no extra. She danced. That's it. You couldn't touch her. You couldn't get her phone number. You couldn't meet outside. She didn't do outside meetups, nothing like that. She didn't charge for sex, none of that. She didn't do none of that. And she stuck to that, So I can understand that. But just to walk up, to look at somebody like where the drug dealers at. And at the time, I didn't sell no crack or nothing like that, but I sold weed. so
maybe she wanted a kingpin.
Yeah. Nah, she wanted somebody that sold crack or dope or something like that.
Yeah.
Coke.
She needed somebody to actually pay her bills. Maybe you couldn't have consistently paid her bills. She was at work.
Allegedly.
What?
Allegedly.
Allegedly what?
She felt I couldn't pay her bills. Allegedly. Anyways, any guy that willing to pay her bills is an idiot. He's a simp.
No, we're not. We're not talking. Do you do know that when you're at the strip club, you're paying bills, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I mean. I mean, pay her bills as in pay her. Like a car salesman looks at you to pay his bills.
Yeah, but one person is not. Most strippers is not getting $5,000 for one person. Some of those girls work
the
all
ones
day.
who work with the ones who work at certain places with certain celebrities and stuff. Yeah, they are.
That's what I'm trying to say. These places I'm talking about is underground.
Okay.
So you got regular people like bus drivers. Like for example, my cousin pretty rich, and he owns his own company. He do something like Accessoride, But even he said that he owned a house that worth $1 million.
Okay.
So I'm saying, but even he I was where the drug dealers at, not knowing that this man is basically, if he sell his house, he'll be a millionaire.
Why does that offend you?
Because it's assuming. They assuming. I hate when people assume. That's why. I hate when people assume.
You assume a lot of things. So maybe she assumed because you be assuming.
You know what? I'm getting off this.
No, see,
you're picking on me now.
I'm picking on you. It's that accountability thing, Y'all, people do the same things and don't like it when it's done back to them. I'm noticing that about everyone.
That girl was rude.
All right. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Uncomfortable Truths podcast. I made him very uncomfortable today. I like to make you think. But yeah, no, we hope you enjoyed. We hope that you started thinking. And yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Namor.
And thank you.
Yes, best co-host ever.
Oh, thank you. I like you again.